Here at Why Try, for many years, our focus, our work, and our mission has been in the field of human resilience. We've spent countless hours observing and studying difficult challenges and social problems that impact resilience. In our book, The Resilience Breakthrough, we've published our findings and our theory that we believe to be a true breakthrough in understanding how resilience can be taught. As part of that theory, we've identified not only the attributes of resilience, but what we believe to be 4 universal sources of resilience that people tap into in moments of challenge. We call the 4 sources relational resilience, street resilience, resource resilience, and rock bottom resilience. Here are the basic definitions. The first is relational resilience. People that have relational resilience understand the power of human connection. If you have relational resilience, you won't give up in difficult situations because of the knowledge that other people depend on you. Being relational resilient also means that you won't give up in moments of trial and adversity because of the support that you receive from others. Street resilience is the second. People who apply street resilience will take any form of discrimination, disrespect, or an attack on who they are or their identity and use that as fuel for resilience. If you've ever been told that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or you're never going to be able to do something by a person and it made you angry, and you use that anger as fuel to prove that person wrong, you were applying street resilience. Resource resilience is the third source. People who apply resource resilience often will tap into the resources around them in moments of challenge. These resources could include internal resources like talents, knowledge, and abilities, external resources like other people, tools, or physical objects, and potential resources, things that they don't currently possess but could acquire to help them overcome challenges. The fourth source is called rock bottom resilience. Rock bottom is a term we often hear when talking about the cycle of addiction. People will often say that person's not going to change until they hit rock bottom. But when they do, something happens. They flip a switch and they find this ability to start moving forward. We can apply rock bottom resilience without having to go to rock bottom if we can understand the attributes of someone who is at that moment. So let's look at a metaphor that we use to illustrate to kids the importance of the 4 sources of resilience. Have you ever played with matches before? If you ask that question to kids, you usually will see their attention engaged immediately. When you light a match, typically it will burn for a moment, and then either you blow it out, or if you're in a breeze, the wind will blow it out easily. That's because that very small flame can't withstand the adversity of a little breeze or a small puff of your breath. So what about a campfire? Have you ever sat around a campfire before? What happens if you blow on a campfire? Can you blow it out? Or if a strong breeze comes, will it put it out? A campfire is quite a bit different than that little match. It doesn't just go out when you blow on it. In fact, if you blow on it or a breeze comes along, it does the opposite. It gets bigger. So what's the difference between the campfire and the match? An obvious difference is the size of the flame. And this is because of the fuel. The match has only a little stick and some chemical to ignite it, where the fire has 4 big logs that provide fuel. So if the fire represents our resilience, the logs represent the fuel that we need to be resilient. The 4 sources: relational, street, resource, and rock bottom. For most of us, in moments of challenge, we will gravitate towards one of those 4 sources. But is one enough? Think about our fire. Is 1 log enough to keep it going? Next time you have a campfire, try this experiment. Start your fire with a bunch of small sticks or kindling, and then put 1 log on the fire and watch what happens. You'll likely find that the small sticks will create a fire that will begin to burn the log, but as the sticks burn up, the log will eventually go out and you'll be left with a half-burned log. For a good strong fire, you need at least 2 logs next to each other. And the more you have, the stronger the base of that fire will be and the longer it will burn. So just like that log isn't enough to keep the fire burning by itself, our resilience won't be enough if we only tap into one source. We need at least two. And if we can tap into even more, all four of the sources, our resilience will increase and our ability to deal with challenges will go up. When you look at this picture, you see the three main ingredients of resilience. The fire, which represents our resilience. The logs, the sources or the fuel. But what's the third? It's the wind. The wind represents our adversity. If you think about it, we cannot be resilient without adversity. So understanding that principle, how does that change the way you look at your challenges? Do you see them a little bit differently? Just like the wind makes our fire stronger, our challenges and our adversity make us more resilient.